Welcome to the first ever podcast for Cherrywood Podcasts. I will be your host, B, Head of Marketing, and for the very first edition, we have here the art department. Please, guys, introduce yourselves.
I'm Becca and I'm the production designer for this.
I'm Dara and I'm an art assistant.
Awesome. What are you guys making? What is it that we are doing?
Our film is Sherlock Holmes and the Dancing Men. It's an adaptation of Sherlock Holmes and the Secret Weapon, which came out in 1942.
So, first off, how are things going in your department?
So far it's going great. We've done a script breakdown, going through each scene, listing the props, different costumes that we'll need.
Yeah, we've also started designing some of the props that are a bit more trickier.
Yeah.
We've designed Sherlock Holmes' door knocker, which I've redesigned and made a replica of the one from the BBC series.
Very nice. So, what was your initial response to when you actually got this role? How did you feel?
I was excited when I got it. I started researching my roles, different roles in the art department, essentially.
Yeah, I joined from TV production last year, so I've come into film and I was given a art assistant role as well. But I've been promoted to the production designer and art director for this film now.
Yeah.
So it was very interesting to as well research my role.
Yes.
And how my role's changed now that I'm a head of the department.
What was your inspiration for this?
Largely our inspirations being the BBC Sherlock series, so it's kind of the modern with hints of vintage.
Yeah, we just took notes from the directors. I think it was Edward Scissorhands and Vertigo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just looked at costumes and that in them films.
Yeah, so a bit of Hitchcock and Tim Burton mixed
Yeah,
up.
definitely.
Yeah, that sounds really awesome. So, you actually deal with costume and props and the set design. So how do you balance all of it?
Well, we've been taking each week a topic at a time. So we've done costume last week.
Yeah.
We'd done costume the week before, sort of planning some of the ideas, and then last week we got given some items of clothing, so we were sorting through and deciding on some of the costumes.
You have concept ideas for the main characters at the moment. You've got
Yes.
all of them all sorted as to what you think they will look like. So what most people will want to know is, how will Sherlock appear on the screen? What's he going to look like?
So I think again we're kind of taking inspiration for Sherlock from the BBC series, the kind of long coat and the sort of suit, so he's quite smart looking.
Modern with a hint of vintage.
Yeah, just paying like homage to the Basil Rathbone and Nigel Bruce looks.
Yeah,
With
definitely.
all
Yeah,
the
pretty
pipes and the
Yeah.
coats and the deer stalker.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah, I'm sure you're aware of the stigma in the industry about the art department not being very important, not very well shown. But really, you guys are actually the most important fundamental to a film. You are the visuals, you're what everyone will see. Well, how do you take that on board?
Yeah, I think the art department deserves more love. You know?
Definitely, yeah. I think in student films especially, they might be a little bit overlooked potentially.
Yeah.
And even at your Academy Awards and your Oscars. Well, obviously your Oscars are more for acting and stuff like that. But your Academy Awards and all these different awards, when you think of films, you obviously think of the actors first, and then maybe the director. And art department isn't always really thought about as much, but obviously, like you said, they are one of the most fundamental parts of the film.
Yeah.
You're not going to get the style across without the costumes, props, etc.
I mean, traditionally, when I would actually think about like how a film is formed, you would instantly think, oh, it's a director, you get a producer, you get a script writer, an editor, and then a cinematographer.
Yeah.
That was how you would always come to like something and think that is how a film is made. It's just those 5 departments or those 5 people. But really, you've got all of this artwork that goes around it. This whole like world that is created is really you guys.
Yeah.
And there's only 2 of you doing this for this really big thing.
It's not something you really thought about until you have to do it yourself.
How do you come up with the concepts?
Well, after we read through the script, we just work with the other departments.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
So you've created some sketches, haven't you?
Yes, I've created sketches of character costumes.
Which characters have you sketched?
Watson, Mycroft, Johnny Silver,
Yeah.
Frankie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've taken the director's vision into account with our own work. But I've done quite a few of the 3D printed models, and the process with that is pretty much finding a file or creating a drawing and obviously slicing, printing, post-processing, painting. But most of them start with sketches as well, so fundamentally sketches are always the most important part of any process.
Yeah, as a Sherlock fan myself, I'd like to know like what the contrast between Sherlock and Minecraft is. Do you have like the idea of how different they're gonna look? Or are they gonna look similar with their similar upbringings? And
I think what we've kind of tried to do is kind of keep the colours a little bit separate. And I think Minecraft's definitely going to be presented again as a lot more smarter, more set in his ways, and Sherlock's still, you know, pretty smart, but a little bit strange potentially.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of scruffiness to him, would you say? This whole thing, it's going to be huge, it's going to be great, we're going to do amazing, but how do you guys see this turning out?
I think it's going to be great, yeah, because everyone's working hard on it.
Yeah, we've had meetings with the sound department, the light department already. We've spoken obviously to the directors about the costumes.
Yeah.
But with every department, we've spoken to them about different things that will, you know, obviously be affected by them or they'll affect us. But so far the teamwork's been pretty good. The art department itself, we've had weekly meetings, and we've always had lots of progress each week. So we're pretty much done with the pre-production, and this is before we've even got a cast.
After we finish this podcast, you're going to go away. What are you guys going to work on today?
I think we're going to look at props again, and we've had a bit of an update of what props we can source now, and I think we're just going to look into what props we can begin making as soon as possible.
Amazing.
Yeah, and locations as well.
Locations is another one, we're just finalising which rooms and locations we're going to use at Horton.
That sounds really cool. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that's it for today's podcast. There will be one dropping every Thursday by 6 p.m. Don't miss out, guys. This is going to be a huge opportunity for you to listen into what we are doing. We still have our Indiegogo campaign going on.
Yeah.
It finishes on either the 17th or the 18th of December. Please get to it. Please donate. It will be such a good investment. We will not let you down, and we will see you next week. It's a huge goodbye from us.